Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song Navigating from 21 Pilots and their 2024 album Clancy. I'm musically malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos we do a deep dive into the lyrics, the meaning, and the lore behind the music. So let's get in, see what all's going on here. All right, Navigating is the 9th track on the album Clancy and was released on May 24th, 2024. Like the rest of the album, the song was heard early by many fans via global listening parties on May of 2024. Throughout the song, Tyler is navigating through his head, a phrase he repeats to illustrate the spiral he goes down when confronted with difficult thoughts and fears, such as his family leaving him one day. The song ties in with other themes throughout Clancy, in songs like Routines in the Night, which details nightly mental struggles, as well as Backslide and Snap Back, in which he expresses his concern of backsliding to a worsened mental state. Navigating brings back the familiar with the depiction of the endless battle with the brain, as this theme is present throughout the band's discography. The cover of their first studio album, 21 Pilots, shows art of the brain. 21 Pilots is known for writing about mental health, songs such as Migraine, Ode to Sleep, and Ride, to name a few. And during the premiere live stream, it was revealed that Tyler did not want to include Navigating in the album, but Josh convinced him to keep it together with Routines in the Night. That's interesting. I'd want to know why he thought about not keeping it. All right, we have a few live performances there, which we will, we've been putting all the music videos up on Patreon. So even the music video for this is available on Patreon. But I'm looking forward to next getting into live performances of all these songs, and I'm curious about the live stream because much like Scaled and Icy, we watched the Scaled and Icy live stream after going through the album, obviously because I wanted to listen to the songs first, so I'll be looking into that as well. That might be a fun thing to do together. Okay, well, let's get up into it. My oh my, don't know how long it's been. This could represent Clancy. It's Clancy's multiple escape attempts, how long he has been trying to escape Dima. I can't seem to turn the page. This haze around my face makes me feel all alone. I know you see me standing still, but when our fingers touch, I feel my way back home. So obviously this idea of turning the page is like beating the habits or the mood that you're in, the difficulty you're walking through, just struggling to turn the page, feeling stuck in this cycle. This haze around my face makes me feel all alone. I'm curious about this because I was thinking the haze around his face could either represent the Clancy mask, which I'm not even fully sure to this point, is there something more to the mask? I haven't seen any interviews or any lore specifically about the mask. So I'd be curious, about that. I don't know if it's also tying back to, what was the song title? Vignette, because the idea of a vignette is this, at least especially in the context of the song, is this tunneling vision, it kind of closing in around you. But let's see what the annotation says here. To turn the page is an idiom meaning to transition to the next part in your life, leaving the difficult parts in the past, looking forward to what's next, like turning the page of a book. The speaker can't let the past go. He's left in a state of limbo. Great game, by the way. Paralyzed in his thoughts with a mental haze. This paralyzed state of the brain is conveyed throughout the rest of the song as the speaker is left navigating their mind and disassociating to avoid confronting the difficult thoughts. So it doesn't necessarily speak to anything physically about a haze around their face. I know you see me standing still, but when our fingers touch, I feel my way back home. Here are a few things that could possibly mean, especially in light of the music video. So my first thought goes to the clique, the fans. And I mentioned that in the React. And this idea of physically, like in performing, the fingers touching, interacting with his fans is this way to help like bring him back home, bring him into why he does this, also gives him strength and encouragement through his own battles. The other thing is obviously within the music video, we get this twist. So, spoiler alert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We get this twist very much like in My Blood. And even at the end of the music video, there is the intro accompaniment for My Blood. And in the My Blood music video, the character, much like in Fight Club, that you think is there all along isn't. It's a part of the person through the video, kind of representing like an inner strength. There's a lot of meanings to it. But even in the music video for Navigating, you have Josh's character there, who has traditionally been the torchbearer, helping Clancy navigate. And yet at the end of the video, you find out he hasn't physically been there at all. And so I took that as this Christ-like figure, because I think that the torchbearer throughout the lore represents this Christ-like figure, even as a cross on his chest. And the reality for Christians is that the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of God, is who lives inside of us, leading us, guiding us, convicting us, encouraging us, all of these different things. The Bible even says he's a down payment for what's to come. He seals us until the day that Christ returns or that we die and we meet Christ. But you can take it as the Spirit of Christ that is with you, speaking to you, leading you, guiding you, comforting you. So I took it as this idea of the Spirit of Christ being with him, the spirit of the torchbearer being with him, helping him navigate, find his way forward, bring clarity, all these different things. And so it could be this idea of, I know you see me standing still, that if this Christ character or the Spirit of God sees him standing still, almost paralyzed or not knowing how to move forward, not knowing how to turn the page, but when their fingers touch, when he holds his hand, when he pulls him up, he's like, I can feel my way back home. And that is a reality of many of us in life. Like we feel stagnant or we feel stuck. We don't feel like there's a way forward. And yet the Spirit of God is there to grab our hand and be like, hey, I got you. And when that happens, it's this breath of life. Like, oh, okay, you're there. I've got somebody with me and you'll help me figure out this way. You'll navigate with me to find my way back home. So those are the first thoughts that come to mind for me. Pardon my delay. I'm navigating my head. Disassociate. I'm navigating. Give me some advice. I'm wasting all this time. My, oh my, don't know how long it's been. So this idea, it sounds like, of almost this just kind of wandering, like trying to find the way forward, not feeling like you've made forward progress because you're just navigating around, trying to find your way. Give me some advice. I'm just wasting time here, which the reality is. In those seasons, sure, there are times you definitely could be wasting your time. That it's just like you're stuck in bad attitudes, you're stuck in bad habits, and it definitely can be robbing your potential. So I think we're all big enough boys and girls to recognize, like, yeah, sometimes I allow myself to be stuck in some crappy places and I missed out on things. I missed out on opportunities. I missed out on love. I missed out on, I've just been stuck in this funk, and I definitely could have been making the most of the opportunities and relationships around me. So I think we all have to be mature enough to recognize that happens in life at times. The other side of it is there is just a side to navigating through seasons and emotions of life that's just what's required. Like, it's going to take some time. You're not going to get over it super quickly. You're going to have ups and downs. It's going to be a fight and a struggle, and there are going to be times you feel like you're losing. But if you'll hold on, if you'll, from my perspective, place your life in God's hands, submit yourself to Christ, and just say, I trust you. Lead me. I'm resting in your love. I don't know the way forward. I need wisdom. I need help. I feel broken, busted, and disgusted. Please. There are these seasons where the navigating is just what it takes. It just takes time. And like I've said many times in these videos, the Lord is so patient and loving and kind. He is a good father, and he knows how to work with us. He knows you better than you know yourself, and he knows your end from your beginning, and he's there, patient, to hold you and guide you and navigate with you. And so it can feel like sometimes you're just wasting time, and that might be the reality. The other reality might be like, no, this is just what's required in this season to get to where you need to go. How things change so rapidly, I find my self-esteem then turns so cold. I wonder if there's trying to be a wordplay on steam and cold. I mean, regardless, it's just the reality of like, I find my heat, my passion, my confidence, and then all of a sudden it turns so cold. And that's so true, right? Things just can change so rapidly. And it's, from one moment to, literally a second. You could be on top of the world, and then you get some text or some news or some phone call or some, doubt or fear or insecurity touches you, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you start questioning everything. Lord, help us. We can be fickle people, myself included. So then we have the repeating chorus and the bridge. Since I responded to your question, if you really want to know what I'm thinking, which I feel like this is a callback to something, but I'm having a hard time knowing what it's a callback to. So we'll look at this in a second. Kind of feels like everybody leaves, feeling the reality that everybody leaves. My dad just lost his mom. I think that everybody leaves. And now I'm trying to hold on to you because everybody leaves. It's interesting how he just keeps repeating this. And it could be everybody leaves in the reality that, yes, people die, but the other side of it, people do just exit your life. And so, in this feeling of like, could the relationships I value right now be over tomorrow? Those are definitely fears and insecurities that we can walk with. Tyler's once again facing fears of death, specifically about his loved ones, similar to the bridge in Heavy Dirty Soul. Death is something no one can escape. It's a major motivator for Tyler's writing. Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. As this theme is found throughout 21 Pilots' discography. Oh, that's funny. I didn't see that line. This fear of death ties back to the in-universe lore throughout the album regarding Clancy, character Tyler takes on himself, who is always running away from Dima and its bishops, which represents his fears, including death. Yes, running away, but also trying to revolt against. Okay, so it kind of wraps up there. I do want to take a moment just to better understand the idea of disassociating. Disassociation is a mental process where you feel disconnected from your thoughts, feelings, memories, identity, or surroundings, often as a coping mechanism for severe stress or trauma, ranging from mild daydreaming to severe dissociative disorders. It involves a disruption in consciousness, memory, or identity, creating a sense of detachment, like feeling an outside observer of your own life or that the world isn't real, often with gaps in memory. While common, extreme, or chronic dissociation can signal underlying mental health issues like PTSD, depression, or dissociative disorders. So feeling detached from your body, emotions, or actions, feeling that your surroundings are unreal, foggy, or distorted, which is interesting with this. The haze around my face makes me feel all alone. I'm navigating my head, disassociate. So I wonder if even the idea of navigating his head is this like disassociation in the sense of kind of out of body experience as he's spending time roaming through his mind. And is disassociation the same as like, I would say me as an individual, there's a lot of news that just doesn't impact me in the same way. And I don't know if this is more of a male feature as well. And we've talked about some of these things that I think men are maybe better at, because I don't necessarily want to say it's compartmentalization. I don't think compartmentalization and disassociation are the same thing, but I feel like there are some similarities. And I feel like men sometimes have an easier job, which is what makes us, good at things like battle, right? Is this ability that you have men at war, or even I have plenty of friends who are officers and detectives who are or first responders who are seeing really awful events all the time, but kind of make light of it. And sometimes when that footage comes out, and I'm not talking about a person that's literally suffering, but I'm talking about people who have died and are in pieces and things like that, that sometimes that body cam footage comes out and okay, sure, sometimes it's like people are wild and wrong, but sometimes I think people just miss the context, that I don't know that they're trying to be dishonorable as much as it is that disassociating or compartmentalizing, that sometimes you become so used to it, and the way you cope with it is through kind of being humorous. And so I don't know, is that the same thing? Is because again, like sometimes I'll receive difficult news and I'm just like, oh, okay. Because if I really let it fully hit me and I dive deep down into that, it'll wreck me. And so for the ability to like operate and take care of what needs to be taken care of, I think there is a disassociation with the reality of what it is so that I can make decisions and operate. And then sometimes there is that like over time it catches back up and you kind of deal with it when you need to deal with it. I don't know. Just thoughts that I was thinking, wanted to share. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll have a conversation there. Really interesting song, really fun song as well. One of the coolest, like, kind of breaks and beats throughout this album. Can't wait to listen to it again. So let me know your thoughts. I already said that. Sorry, I'm disassociating, just navigating here, guys. But I'll see you in the next one. We're eating good.